Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fandom Fights. I am your host, Tim Bercala. I am joined by the of Ren of the Knights of Ren. It's Nick Tuig. How are you, Nick?
I'm good. I get the of. I didn't know that, so that's nice. I've got my mysterious clear liquid that's almost empty.
She's going to be happy about that. It is just a little bit. That's interesting. Inside jokes. Oh my God, I'm turning into my worst fears. So if we want, we can make Cody the of. I just figured, you're the champ. You could be the of and the Ren. But we'll talk to Cody about it later. Let's get into this match. It's a debut match. We've got Jake Meltzer making waves through multiplex this season. He won the Manager Bowl to get his faction Fun DMC here, and he also won the Warzone free-for-all. So now he's coming over to Fandom to debut. We'll see how he does. And on the other side, we've got Andrea Malabag. She's been here before in teams, teaming up with Malcolm in the Chaotic Angels. We're going to see them pretty soon in teams as well. So again, this season. So she's been here before. She knows how it works. She's familiar with the game. It's going to be interesting because it's the old versus the new. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, no, I'm real excited. Jake obviously had to study to win that Manager Bowl, at least half Fandom. So I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table. And Andrea, like you said, she's even though like Chaotic Angels haven't won any yet, they've had some bad luck. Andrea has definitely proven herself in those matches to be good at Fandom. So I am very excited for this debut.
Yep. So let's go talk to them right now in the promos and see how they're feeling about their debut in Fandom.
The assassin has arrived. Andrea, how are you feeling?
I'm doing great. I've been studying during the free time. So it's a new year. It's a new me.
Hell yeah. Tonight, the assassin looks for another target. Let's go.
And it just happens to be Jake Meltzer.
Sorry.
Here we are again. It's Fun DMC. We're back, and we're in Fandom now. With Jake, who I know for a fact has studied the crap out of Fandom because he made us a thing. Jake, how you feeling today?
I feel pretty good, actually. Yeah, like you said, I studied a lot of Fandom to bring this into existence. When I found out I was getting this match, I studied some more because I know that Andrea knows her stuff. I'm not taking this match lightly at all. I really prepped for this, but I feel pretty good coming into this. Like, this is sort of out of my comfort zone, but at the end of the day, it's still movie trivia, and it's still fun for me. So, and I like some of these movies. I like more of them than you, because your Lord of the Rings slander just really gets me every time. But yeah, it's no, this is really exciting. I'm excited to dip into these waters and see how I do. So it's showtime.
Movie trivia is fun. That's why we're Fun DMC. He's ready. Let's do this.
Nick, I'm really upset right now. Let me tell you why. Anthony seemed like a cool dude. Jake implied that he doesn't like the Lord of the Rings. I'm hurt. He's typing something into the private chat, I think. I'm losing my mind. I'm very upset right now. What do you think about the promos?
I thought they were lovely. Big fan. No, they both seem nice. They both seem just ready to go. And it's all right. People are allowed their opinions, Tim. Jeez.
That's true. People are allowed. I didn't say that I'm going to never let him back in the game again. I just said I'm very emotional right now. I'm very upset. Let's get into the match, starting with round number 1. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to ask the competitors 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If they get all 10 questions correct, they will be issued a bonus question. They each have 3 repeats and a challenge for the entirety of the match. Lady and gentlemen, do you have any questions as we get into round number 1?
No.
Okay. All right. So, Nick, why don't you start us off with question 1?
Question 1 of round 1?
Yes, round 1.
Got it. Okay. The first question is in the category of DreamWorks animation. Lord Farquaad is killed by what kind of creature in Shrek? Even as I was gonna say, even as I started reading it, I worried it was in the wrong round again.
No, you were good. You were good. I just wanted to say, I was gonna say, hey, now you're an all-star.
An all-star.
Because all-star, not a rock star, Hunter. Come on. All-star. 5.
Well, that's the second.
I know. But not to start. I'm all out of my mind. Pens down. I lost count there. Andrea, we will start with you.
I said birds.
And Jake.
The dragon?
Dragon is correct. So Jake takes the 1-point lead there as we get into the next question, which is in the category of fandom Oscars. Everyone's favorite. The question is, what is the only Wizarding World film to win an Oscar? One of my favorite parts of the promos was when I think it was Jake said that he loves studying movies and he studied movies to prepare for this. This category wouldn't help you in that situation. Then it's kind of weird. There's a whole category where you don't even need to watch movies to study it. 5, 4, 3.
Remember me yesterday? That's you right now.
Hands down. Jake, we'll start with you.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
And Andrea.
I said Prisoner of Azkaban.
Jake is correct. It is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. What's next, Nick?
The next category is YA dystopia. And the question is, in The Maze Runner, The Death Cure, whose name does Thomas etch into the rock at the end of the film?
If you had to go into the maze with one member of the Kingsmen, who would it be?
Like because I want to spend time with them, or because like I want them to help me get out?
You need help getting out of the maze. 5, 4, 3.
Thomas Scully.
1. Pens down. That actually would have been my choice as well. Andrea, we'll go to you first.
Second guessed it. No answer.
Okay, and Jake?
There's a chick named Teresa in those movies, right?
That is correct. That is correct. It was Teresa. All right. Next question is in scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for all 3 Dark Knight trilogy films? Are you a fan of this trilogy?
Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
It's good. Do you like it?
Yeah, I think they get quote unquote worse each time, but not like worse is like a bad word to use. Like the first one's my favorite, like up here, and then the second one, and then like the third one's like here.
You can say the third one's bad. It's okay.
I like the third one.
And you can admit that you're wrong about it.
Hands down. Batman Begins is better. Jake.
It's absolutely better. Hans Zimmer.
And Andrea.
Hans Zimmer.
Both are correct. So Andrea gets on the board. It's now a 3-point game.
All right. And the next question comes in the category of the worlds of DC. In Suicide Squad, which squad member is seen having a run-in with the Flash in a flashback?
The Flash in a flashback.
Flashback Flash.
So from when the day we're filming this, the reviews just came in.
Oh.
For
repeat the question.
It's going to be a first repeat for Andrea.
Okay. The question again. In Suicide Squad, which squad member is seen having a run-in with the Flash in a flashback?
I was going to say the reviews have just come in for Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is sitting at a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. And the Macaw is not excited about watching it on Thursday with me.
Are his family members the one that like rated it and put it on Rotten Tomatoes, and only 3 out of 4 of them liked it?
2, 1, that's down. That made Nagy happy. Let's start with Andrea.
Stefana.
And Jake.
That made me happy too. Captain Boomerang.
Hey.
Captain Boomerang is correct. All right, next question is in MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the question is, the post-credit scene of Avengers Age of Ultron features what character?
Remember when I used to call this the Maku?
Yeah.
That was a weird time.
It was a fun time.
It was okay.
It's you stop doing that bit for the same reason I'm lessening up on the yelling in round 2.
Oh,
I don't want to overdo it.
got it.
I don't mind that other people have adopted it. I don't want to.
What you're saying is I overdid it, and now I'm annoying.
No, what I'm saying is other people started copying you.
Question.
All right, that's gonna be Jake's first repeat. The post-credit scene of Avengers: Age of Ultron features what character? The thing was like we filmed out so far in advance. You had done it like a ton of times,
right?
Like the first match came out where you did it, and like everyone started doing it, and it was like.
So you hate me now?
No, what are you talking about?
That's what I gathered from what you just told me.
Are you my wife? Or I just say something and you automatically assume I hate you? 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, I'm not your wife.
Pens down. Let's start with Jake.
Thanos.
And Andrea.
Thor.
Thanos is correct.
It took me a while to get there.
All right, your next question is in the category of Middle Earth. And the question is, in the Two Towers, what is the name of the Rohan fortress where the final battle of the film takes place?
AKA the best category.
No.
I like 4 of the 7 movies.
Well, that's not a great percentage there.
Yeah, but the 3 they're so good. They're so good, Nick. Oh, now I hate you. Now I do hate
you. You said it's the best, and I don't agree with that. Maybe top 5, but
2, 1. Pens down. Okay, you're right. Maybe best trilogy. Let's go to Andrea.
Helm's Deep.
And Jake.
Helm's Deep.
Helm's Deep is the correct answer. So Jake stays perfect through 7 as we get to the 8th question, which is in the category of Marvel. In The Amazing Spider-Man 2, what kind of building does Gwen die in?
We did a Spider-Man thing yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. There were some Skrulls involved.
We made some enemies.
Yeah, we did. But it was a good time. Nazaria was like delirious.
She was. What's the thing? Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jake.
Is it a parking garage?
And Andrea.
I said an office building.
Both are incorrect. The answer is a clock tower. A clock tower.
Because her time was up, or something metaphorical.
Yikes.
Your next question, the penultimate question, is in the category of Mission Impossible. Tom Wilkinson appears as the IMF director in which Mission Impossible film?
These movies are awesome.
Yeah.
They make that British guy look like a chump.
Well, which British guy? I know which British guy, but like which British guy playing the
Okay, all right. So yes, there's some room there to have a conversation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Andrea.
Mission Impossible 2.
And Jake.
Is it Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol?
It is Ghost Protocol. That is correct. As we get into the final question, which is going to be in the category of Disney animation. What is Ralph attempting to retrieve from Hero's Duty in Wreck-It Ralph? How crazy would it have been if I had said in Zootopia?
Yeah, that would have been weird. That would have been like Tim. Ralph's not in that movie.
You silly Billy.
He's in the Zack Snyder cut of Zootopia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I wouldn't.
No, probably not.
4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs down. Let's go to Andrea.
It's a diamond.
And
I don't remember. I just had a birthday present for Vanellope.
both incorrect. The answer is a medal. I believe it's specifically a gold medal, but a medal. So at the end of round number 1, Jake is in the lead with 8. Andrea behind with 2. It's a 6-point game. As we get into round number 2, here's how it's going to work. We're going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they have to keep what they spin the second time. Each question is worth 2 points apiece. Unless they check the multiple choice, then it is only worth 1. You both have 2 repeats remaining in your challenge. Stealing's available. Be careful. Look out. You're new, so I don't need to yell at you about it. So, all right. Bring up that wheel. Here are the categories on the wheel. Middle-earth, Marvel, Wizarding World, Disney Animation, James Bond, Scores and Soundtracks, Star Trek, and everyone's favorite, horror icons. I realize now that I've like 2 everybody favorites, but Jake, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Andrea?
This one I leave up to you. I know we discussed it a little bit, but it's how you're feeling. If you feel like you got a nice little roll going, I would say just keep it moving. But
yeah, we talked about it. I think if we were in this position, I said I was going to go first, so let's do it.
All right.
All right. So this is going to be the spin for Mr. Meltzer. Lands on horror icons.
I don't hate it.
There are some good ones on there. A couple maybe you'd prefer to avoid, but it's a pretty good wheel.
Yeah, this is a really good wheel for me, I think. So
would you like to leave this?
I don't hate this category like some people, but I think I will go for it and spin again.
I think it's a good call. We'll leave it on the board.
All right, spinning again. This is what you are stuck with. Disney Animation.
Fine. Done a lot of studying for this.
Yeah.
All right. So, Nick, you want to go ahead and give Jake his questions in the category of Disney Animation?
Sure. Jake, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Disney Animation? All right. Your first question. Who voices Esmeralda in The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Demi Moore.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Zootopia, what does Nick Wilde sell as a scam to hamsters who are just getting out of work?
Multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, watches, B, ice cream, C, popsicles, D, cars?
The popsicles?
That's correct for 1 point. Your third question. In The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, why must Christopher Robin leave the 100-acre wood?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, to care for his mother, B, to care for his sister, C, to go to school, or D, to go on vacation?
Yeah, this was not one I covered. I'll just care for his mother. A.
Okay. A is incorrect. Oh, Andrea, chance for a 1 point steal. The options again are A, to care for his mother, B, to care for his sister, C, to go to school, D, to go on vacation.
To go to school?
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
A delightful film. Check it out.
All right, Jake, your fourth question. Which Disney animated film features a segment entitled Mickey and the Beanstalk?
Five.
Between one of two, I'll just go for it. Fantasia.
That is incorrect, Andrea. Chance for a 2 point steal.
I don't know either.
All right. The answer is fun and fancy free.
Okay, good. As long as it wasn't Fantasia 2000. Then
All right, Jake, your final question in Disney animation. Who does Anna leave in charge of Arendelle while she goes out on her quest to find Elsa?
She leaves Hans in charge.
That is correct for 2 points.
I forgot to add the in Frozen. But yes.
Oh, yeah. It was in Frozen.
It was implied.
You got it.
Didn't know. Yes, that's correct. So Jake gets his total up to 13.
That is what I have.
Okay, so we will now bring in Hunter and the wheel for Andrea. All right, Andrea, here is your spin.
Here we go. Something good. Something good.
Lands on Spinner's Choice.
Wizarding World?
I'm thinking about Wizarding World or Middle Earth. And I'm not really sure about which one.
Jake is really good at Middle Earth. I'd probably lean a little bit towards Wizarding World, but it's completely up to you.
Okay, then Wizarding World it is then. Let's go Wizarding World.
All right, Wizarding World it is. I will give you your questions. As soon as I find them, there it is. All right. Are you ready, Andrea?
Ready.
All right, your first question. Sirius accidentally calls Harry what name while in the Ministry in the Order of the Phoenix?
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your options are A, Remus, B, Ronald, C, Regulus, D, James.
James.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. In The Crimes of Grindelwald, which beast does Newt use to help him track Tina when they arrive in Paris?
Niffler.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What type of creatures are seen working inside of Gringotts Wizard's Bank in the Sorcerer's Stone?
Goblins.
That is correct for 2 points. In the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which member of the Weasley family dies in the Battle of Hogwarts?
Fred.
That is correct for 2 points. And the final question. Which professor can be seen conducting the choir in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban?
Professor Flitwick.
That is correct for
Really wish I got that category.
So getting all 5 questions correct, going multiple choice once, we're now at a 1 point game, 13-12. Is that what you have, Nick?
That is what I have.
All right. So it is a 1 point game as we get into round number 3. Here's how it is going to work. We are going to name a category for the betting round. The players are then going to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 points on the question. If they get the question right, they will gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or the score reaches 0. Are there any questions from the competitors? Nope. Okay. We'll bring in your managers and give you the first category, which is the category of Star Wars.
How are you feeling about this? I'm kind of thinking Raising Arizona. They could go kind of.
Yeah. I was thinking Raising Arizona as well.
All right. I think that's probably a good move.
Okay.
Andrea, I completely trust you. How do you feel in this category?
I'm okay. I've studied Star Wars before. I'm kind of okay with this category. So I might just... I don't know if I'm going to go for it though. I'm thinking about 2 things. I don't know if I'm going to go for it or not.
All right, well, I completely trust your judgment. You did great in round number 2. Super proud. So whatever you feel right with, go with your gut. I always say that.
All right. Thanks.
All right, I got you.
All right, we're good, managers?
Yep.
All right. Let's get bets starting with Andrea.
Betting 1.
Okay, there it is. Okay. And Jake.
I also bet 1.
Okay. Here is the question in Star Wars. Name one character who appears alive in both Solo and The Rise of Skywalker. This has been a good match.
Yeah, no, this is barn burn. I'm excited.
1 point game going into round 3.
Yeah.
Makes me sweat.
You know what I noticed, Tim? Is sometimes you'll be like, I'm not going to yell at you because you've been here before, so I don't need to explain things in round 2. And then you're like, I'm not going to yell at you because you're new. And I'm like, well, pick a lane, Tim.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Jake.
Lando Calrissian.
And Andrea.
Lando Calrissian.
Nick, can we take that? The R and the L are flipped. Carlisian.
I would say no, and they can challenge if they want to.
Yeah, that's tough. I unfortunately, I don't think we can take that because Carlisian is different than Calrissian. So I'm gonna have to say Andrea loses a point and goes down to 11, and Jake goes up to 14. With that, that's a heartbreaker. But let's move on to the next category, which is what, Nick?
The next category is YA dystopia.
All right, again, Andrea, how are you feeling about this one? Sorry, Anthony.
Depending on the category, depending on which movie it is, I think I can do a little okay in this category, in this particular category.
Okay. Again, trust your gut. And just go for it.
Jake,
I'm thinking Face Off here.
I'm thinking that too. I was gonna say that or The Rock, but I was leaning more Face Off, just because this can go anywhere. So I think that's the right call.
Yeah, Face Off for sure.
Cool.
Okay. All right, so let's get bets starting with Jake
0.
and Andrea.
Betting 1.
All right, 1 point. Nick, what's the question?
Question is, in The Hunger Games Catching Fire, which tribute in the games is described as being excellent at combat, especially in water?
I yelled at you and Coho in the title match.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we were already very nervous, and then you made it worse, so thank you.
I was like, you guys have helped run this show. You know this show. I shouldn't have to be telling you this, is what I said.
Fair. We did do that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Andrea.
I didn't get it.
All right, and Jake.
Really wish I bet Finnick.
Finnick is correct, but no points bet. So it is now a 4-point game in favor of Jake with 3 questions remaining. The next category that you guys can bet points on is going to be the category of Disney animation.
Yeah, it sucks we didn't bet on that one, but it could go anywhere. Disney animation. With the lead you have, I would either say Snake Eyes or 8mm.
Yeah, it depends on if it falls in a movie that I actually watched.
Right, there's still
in round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Snake Eyes here.
Yeah, you know what? That's the right move after everything. So yeah, we'll go Snake Eyes.
All right. Disney animation is really, really vast. I know we studied this, but
Yeah.
you know what you need to do. Okay? I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, let's get bets starting with Andrea.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say 2 points.
Okay. And Jake.
All right, see it. 0.
All right, here's the question in Disney animation. What is the name of the group of children that follow and fight with Peter in Peter Pan?
This is why we love the betting.
The betting round is the worst round, especially when certain categories come up.
Boom bop bop ba-doo.
Multiplex, the album coming soon. 5.
Yeah, I didn't know what we were doing there.
Featuring singles such as The Betting Round. Let's start with Jake, who bet 0.
Yeah, it's that fucking vampire movie, The Lost Boys.
That's what Nick said. Andrea.
Lost Boys.
That is correct. So Andrea gets 2 points. It's now a 2-point game going into the next category, which is what, Mr. Tuig?
It is fandom quotes.
Okay, so this is quotes. Again, very, very, very vast category.
We don't need to talk about this.
Last question. How are you feeling? You're muted.
You're muted, Andrea.
I think I'm gonna play it safe. This is a very vast category. It could come from any fandom movie. So
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna play it safe.
play it safe. Smart. I'm good.
Jake, it seemed like you already had a plan on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do, yeah. Whatever you put down, you stick with. I think this is out of control.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah. We're good.
All right, let's get a bet starting with Andrea. 0. Okay, and Jake.
What she said.
That's only round.
That's only. All right, Nick, what is it?
The question is as follows. Which MCU character says, "Now I'm standing. You all happy? We're all standing up now. Bunch of jackasses standing in a circle."
Every time I bet 0, I know the answer.
I knew we'd win. Yep. I knew there'd be some upset faces.
Remember when you bet 0 and the answer was Triwizard Tournament?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Andrea.
Rocket.
And
Rocket Raccoon.
both are correct. Rocket Raccoon. So they are set. But we go to the final question. Lots of things could happen here, Nick. The final category is Nick's favorite, the Trek, the Star Trek.
Okay. Star Trek.
Mhm.
You're 2 points behind. How are you feeling?
I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go
All
for
right.
it.
I love it.
Let's see what happens.
Be the assassin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it too, because I feel pretty good in this category. So I'm thinking, I mean, Mom or Dad or Spider-Verse for sure. So
I mean, you pretty much know
What are
what
these
you're
code
doing.
names?
You pretty much know what you're doing, and if you go Mom and Dad, you know.
yeah, if I go Mom and Dad,
It's safer just in case they go 1.
they're betting 2.
Yeah, then
So
if they're betting 2, if you say
it doesn't matter. I'm
It doesn't.
betting something anyway.
pick a number, whichever one you like more, 1 or 2.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
All right. Let's get bets starting with Andrea. All right. And Jake?
Yeah, now that it's over, they're all Nick Cage movies. I'm betting 2 as well.
All right.
What score do you have, Tim, real quick?
I have 14-12. I cut out in here.
I have 14-13.
Can you guys?
I can hear you. Yeah. Hello, Tim.
Okay, could you hear me?
A little bit.
I cut out. Sorry, that's my bad. I have 14 to 12.
I have 14 to 13, so we should probably make sure of that.
We should figure that out.
Yeah,
So
I think it's 14. I think it's 14.
she had 12 going into round 1, going into round 3. She missed Lando and went down to 11.
Right.
And he went up to 14.
Yep, I have Jake at 14.
And then she missed the next one, went down to 10.
Oh, she bet on YA?
Yeah, she bet 1 on YA.
Okay, that's where I missed it.
Finnick went down to 10, and then she hit Disney for 2.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So, Star Trek, here's the final question. Going in, a lot of things can happen here, a lot of different opportunities. So, here's the question. Shin Zan is a villain that appears in which Star Trek film?
It's better than Star Wars. Adding some spice into the tea. That's all.
Do you have a Star Trek poster on your wall?
Yeah.
Where? Let's see it.
It's behind all of them because it was so big.
Oh yeah, 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
It's gonna be Jake's second repeat. Shin Zan is a villain that appears in which Star Trek film?
It's up there.
No, it's not.
It is. It's right over there.
Don't lie. I don't believe you. But you got a Star Wars one.
Another one just appeared.
Oh, did it now. Did it now.
There are 2 now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Andrea.
Star Trek Nemesis.
And Jake.
Star Trek Nemesis.
And your winner, Jake Meltzer. The answer was Star Trek Nemesis, a very close game. 16 to 14 is the final score. Nick, hell of a match. Hell of a debut match. What do you think?
It was great because coming out of round 1, it looked like things were definitely going a certain way, but by the end of round 2, we were sort of back at even and anything could have happened. And then it sort of repeated itself to where Jake started to pull away in round 3, but then Andrea caught back up. This was a very exciting match.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that I'm feeling, that is exactly right. Absolutely crazy with the score. So let's start with the unfortunate second place finisher today. That's going to be Andrea. Guys, you played a really great match. For having not the best round 1, you really came back in rounds 2 and 3. Really showed that you belong to play here. So how are you feeling about the match today, Andrea?
There's still a lot of room for improvement. I need to brush up on certain categories a lot. And I will. For this season. But aside from that, in my singles debut, I think I did okay. I can do better, but I did okay.
14 points is way more than just okay. You came back in round number 2, killed the Wizarding World category, and showed why you belong here. We will definitely go back to the drawing board. We will study our ass off more, and we will come back and we will dominate again.
Right.
Well, so your next match, we actually know what that will be. All of the 5 second place finishers of the debut matches will be put in a 5-way play-in for the Summer Series tournament, and the top 2 players will make it into the tournament. So right now, we don't have all 5 of those people yet, so I can't really tell you who they are, but that is what is going to be happening very soon. That's where you're going to be. So how do you feel about playing in the play-in 5-way
tournament? I've been in this situation before in another, suffice it to say, in another league. I made it in and I made it up to the quarterfinals. So let's see what's going to happen.
This is just 4 more bodies that are going to be taken off our list.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Right. I got violent, but I believe you. Okay, all right. So we'll see you very soon for that 5-way play-in. Good job on a well-played match today, Andrea. We'll see you very soon. Let's bring in the winner today, Jake Meltzer. Jake, excellent round 1, going 8 for 10. And then round 2, seems like you didn't really get a category you were super excited about, but you made your way through and you pulled out the win. You bet where you needed to in round 3. Well played. How are you feeling?
I feel good. So the Disney animation, it's not that I felt bad. I've studied quite a bit of Disney animation. It's just all 5 of the questions were in movies I have not studied. So it's just that's just how it works sometimes. And I knew that if Andrea was going to get a strength category, like going in, I knew if Andrea got a strength category in round 2, that this would be a match, and that's exactly what happened. And I would have loved those questions too, because Wizarding World is a strength of mine too. But no, I feel good. No, I feel good. Like being able to still come out on top, even with a shaky round 2, and second guessing myself with the betting in round 3 because I knew all the ones I bet 0 on. It just goes that way sometimes. But I'm new here, and I think we'll figure it out with more experience, I hope. But
I think we will. You played great. Round 1 was awesome. 8 out of 10. You can't nothing. Round 2 is just, I mean, the other opponent gets her strength. She's very good. We knew this coming in, and you would have done great at that category. Round 3, now we know a little bit more about the betting. We're, like you said, we learned. So next time we'll figure it out. But we tried a little strategy, and in the end, it did work. We got the win. Andrea's a great player. She's going to be dangerous in that 5-way, and if she makes the tournament. But we're in the tournament, and we already know you are dangerous. So, fun TMZ, adding another one into a tournament.
Absolutely. So that is when we will see you guys next time, is in that tournament. I look forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Fun DMC as a whole in fandom. I'm very excited about it. So I believe Robert Kastner is another one of your players that is circling around right now. So we'll probably see him somewhere as well. It's going to be very exciting. So guys, thank you for being here. We'll see you very soon. Nick, any final thoughts?
Yeah, no, just again, really good match, really unexpected, especially at the end of round 1. But that's what's crazy about the game sometimes. And I would say to both players, in terms of the betting round, I also got all 5 questions right in my first match, and I bet nothing and had to go to sudden death. So you'll get used to it, I promise.
It is a pain we all live with. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for Andrea, Hunter, Anthony, Jake. It was a very great match. Thank you so much. For Nick, for me, we'll see you next time. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.